Hello my dear 6th standard children. I am your science teacher. The science which have the subdivision, physics, chemistry and biology. I am going to take unit 4, living world of plants.
Hello children. Now we are going to see the lesson living world of the plants. Study of plants is called botany. This lesson is based on botany. Till you're in primary, you studied as a science. When you come to the high school, the science have the subdivision of physics, chemistry, botany, zoology. I am your biology teacher. I am going to teach botany as well as zoology. Study of botany, that is study of plants. Now we are going to see the plant structure and what are the main different forms of plants and functions, leaf, food manufactured by plants, different types of habitats, and plants exhibit the adaptation and modification based on the habitat. The life form different depend on each other. Biology is a natural science concerned with the study of life and living organism, including their structure and functions. Living world comprises of plants and animals. Plants can prepare their food itself, grow in size, reproduce. Various parts of the plants are food, medicine, wood and shelter. Our body is made up of many organs. Similarly, plant body is also made up of several organs such as root, fruit, flower and stem. Plants are mainly forms and many colors, yet they are alike in some manner. That is, they all have stems and leaves above the ground, which we can see easily, and roots below the ground. As we shown in the picture, the flowering plant consists of two main parts. One is root system and second one is shoot system. Root system is grow below the ground. Children, you can able to see root, and shoot system is grows above the ground, that is called as a shoot system. Now we are going to see the root system. The underground part of the main axis of plant is known as root. It lies below the surface of the soil. Root has no nodes and internodes. It has a root cap at the tip. The root tuft of root hair is found just above the root tip. Roots are positively geotrophic in nature. And this plant root system is classified into two types. One is taproot system and the second one is fibrous root system. Two types of root system is taproot system and fibrous root system. It consists of single root called taproot, which grows straight down into the ground. Smaller roots called lateral roots rise from the taproot. They can see in a dicotyledonous plants. Example, bean, mango, neem. The second one is fibrous root system. It consists of cluster of roots arising from the base of stem. They are thin and uniform in size. It is generally seen in monocotyledon plants. Here you have some of the examples of fibrous root system. It's a coconut tree and wheat. Functions of root. Fixes the plant to the soil, absorb the water and mineral from the soil, and stores food in some plants like carrot and beetroot. Now we are going to see the shoot system. In the shoot system, we are going to see as a stem. The aerial part of the plant body above the ground is known as the shoot system. Main axis of the shoot system is called stem. But the shoot system contains stem, leaf, flower as well as fruits. Stems grow above the soil. It grows towards the sunlight. It has nodes and internodes. Nodes are the part of the stem where arises into the leaf. The part of the stem between two successive nodes is called internode. The bud at the tip of the stem is known as apical or terminal bud, and the buds at the axis of leaves are called as axillary buds. Now we are going to see the functions of stem. Support the branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. Stem always supports its branch and other parts of the plant, and it transports the water and mineral from the roots to upper aerial plant parts, and it also transport the prepared food, that is starch, in the means of photosynthesis from the leaves to other part through the stem. So it stored food in case of sugar cane. Now we are going to see the structure of leaf. First, you can able to see the structure of leaf. The leaf have the different shapes and the size. All the leaves are not in a same structure as well as in the size. A leaf is a green, flat expanded suction bone on the stem at the node. Here comes the structure of leaf. You know very well, the first picture is stomata. It is a tiny pore or openings is known as stomata, which used for the transpiration. And the next picture is a leaf blade and midrib, veins and petiole. A leaf has a stalk is called petiole. The flat portion of the leaf is called a leaf lamina or a leaf blade. There is a main vein is called as a midrib. Other veins are branched out from the midrib. The portion of the leaf connected to the nodal region of the stem is known as leaf base. Leaves of some plants possess a pair of lateral outgrowth on the bases, neither the sides of axillary bud. These are called as stipules. Functions of the leaf. The green leaves prepare the food by the process of photosynthesis. In your lower classes, you learned what is meant by photosynthesis. It is a process which plants prepare their own food in the presence of sunlight as well as chlorophyll. The second one is plants which helps in respiration, the leaf especially. And third one, it's carried out the transpiration. Habitat. Each and every organism needs a place to live and reproduce. Some of the dwelling place is called habitat, the natural environment or surrounding where a plant lives. From the depth of the ocean to the top of the highest mountain, habitats are the place where plants and animals live. Now we are going to see the two major types of habitat. One is aquatic habitats and terrestrial plant habitats. Aquatic habitat. When we visit the pond, we can see some flowers appear or floating on the water. One of the common plant is lotus. It's a leaf float on the water. There is a small frog sitting on the leaf, isn't it? It will catch the insects like a butterfly or flying insects around the flowers. The stem of the plant is seen to be inside the water. Its roots are found within the muddy floor of the plant. As this plant grows in water, shall we call it as aquatic plants. The second one is terrestrial habitats. The terrestrial habitats are one that are found on the lake-like forest, grassland and desert. It also includes man-made habitat like farms, towns and cities. They can be big as a continent or small as an island. They make about 28% of entire world habitat. Example, rubber tree, Greek tree and neem tree. In the two types of aquatic plants, we are going to see the freshwater habitat, marine water habitat. The first picture is a freshwater habitat and the second picture is marine water habitat. First, freshwater habitat. Rivers, lakes, ponds and pools are the freshwater habitat. In these plants, roots are very much reduced in size. Stem and leaves have air chambers that allow aquatic plants float in water. The second one is marine water habitat. From outer space, Earth looks like an awesome blue marble. That's because of her Earth's surface. More than 70% is covered by oceans. Oceans also supports the growth of plants. Marine plants perform about 40% of all photosynthesis that occurs in the planet. Example, sea grasses, marsh grasses. Terrestrial habitats is classified into three types: desert habitat, grassland habitat and forest habitat. Desert habitat. The habitat without much water is called desert. Deserts are the driest place on the earth. They get fewer than 25 centimeters of rainfall annually. Deserts cover at least 20% of earth. Plants which grow in this habitat have thick leaf that store water and mineral. Plants like cactus store water in the stem and the leaves are reduced to pines. Thar Desert is also a green India Desert. It is a region of rolling sand hills on Indian subcontinent. It is located partially in Rajasthan state of northwestern India and partly in Punjab. Second, grassland habitat. Grassland habitat is an area where the vegetation is dominated by grasses. Grasses ranges from short to tall. Forest habitat. Forest is a large area dominated by trees. There are three types of forest: tropical forest, temperature forest, the last one is mountain forest. Annual rainfall ranges from 25 to 200 centimeter. Plant adaptation and modification. Adaptation are special features in plants which help them to survive in the habitat for a long period. Plants in a specific environment have developed special features which help them to grow and live. Now we are going to study the some adaptation like tendril, twinners and thorn. Tendril climber. It is a twinning climbing organ of some weak plants like peas and bittergourd. If the stem is very weak, it's tied to climbing into the some other portion. And it is a very protective growth type within the group of climbing plants. It's grow mobile and touch sensitive extension. It's move from the one place to another. It's climb from one place to another. Next one is twinners. Some plants have the weak stem. They cannot stand straight on their own. They must climb on any support to survive. That is called as a twinners. I gave you the example is Cetria and jasmine. Thorns. Leaves of some plants become a wholly or partially modified into sharp pointed structure, which we can able to see in many times in a rose plant, isn't it? A small sharp pointed growth on the stem. You can able to see this picture. This is the thorn. An example of thorn is agave. A leaf apex and margins are modified into thorns. And optina is a leaves are modified into spines. And the last one is a bougainvillea. The stem has a sharp thorns. Till this, our lesson gets over. I'm telling the some of the keywords of this lesson to memorize yourself. Taproot, fibrous root, habitat, aquatic habitat, terrestrial habitats, and adaptation, modification, trendle climber, twinner, thorn. I hope you can understand the lesson fully and view this video and utilize this video